Good morning from day 12. Today is Tuesday and I'm getting stuck on things already. So yeah, decent night sleep last night. It was a beautiful spot. I just woke up like 1 o'clock, couldn't go back to sleep, but that's all right. That's how it goes out here sometimes. Christy and I both felt really good yesterday, despite all the climbing, and I carried a lot of water. But this morning, our first objective is to get to Mike's place and tank up with a ton of water there. Water sources are kind of difficult in this stretch. We're trying to avoid going down into the Little Bear hostel. Just a decision Chrissy and I are both on board with. But anyway, we'll see. Let's see how this day unfolds. Have arrived at Mike's place. Oh, we need to come update these signs here. 21. Doesn't even say Mike's place anymore. Oh well. Well, I'm going to sit here and wait for pothole, and we'll head up there and get our water. Again, coming through this section, more of that. Happy birthday. So Christy's carrying 2 of the balloons in her side pocket, and I have the other 2 in my pocket. Boy. We just left Mike's place not too long ago. There's the compound down there and the water tanks. So we're both carrying 5.5 liters. Hopefully it'll be enough to get us all the way to the end of the hike. That is the hope. It's gonna be warm. It's about the same temperature as yesterday, so it's not terrible. The breeze is nice and cool. The sun's warm, so down in the canyons might get a little toasty, but we both have our umbrellas to help, so we should be able to just sustain with a 1 liter per 5 miles. But typically if it gets too warm, I will always do 1 liter per 4 miles to be on the safe side. Bushwhacking in this section, and lots of rocks to trip over, so taking this slow and easy. We're almost to the bottom of the steep descent. It's been about 1.3 miles of straight steep downhill and bushwhacking and rocks. So we're both ready to take a break here at the bottom before we continue on. We're doing pretty good. We stopped to take a long break at the bottom of that descent at 131, and we're probably close to 133 by now, but we're continuing to descend today for the most part, and have a little bit of a climb towards the end of the day, a 3 miler, but that's way in the future, so we'll worry about that then. But yeah, it's starting to get kind of warm. Not too bad, but these views are just amazing, so don't even care about all the rocks and the scrambling and the bushwhacking. Still a great day. Alright, it's 12:30. We just sat here at mile 134.4 next to this gate and took our second lunch, and just kind of looking at our water, making sure that we're still rationing it the amount that we picked up from Mike's place all the way to the end of the hike. We just want to make sure that we're not over drinking it or under drinking it. So I seem to be kind of just where I need to be. It's almost makes me uncomfortable because I think it's going to be just enough to get me to Paradise Valley Cafe, and I don't like doing that because it just kind of makes me worried. But fortunately, I don't think it's going to get too hot today, so I think we're sitting in a good situation. But we can always go down to Little Bear Hostel, and if we have an emergency situation where we need more water, but hopefully it won't come to that. There's also a chance that there's a creek up ahead that might have a little water in it from the rains the other day, so we might get ourselves like maybe another half a liter or something there if there's still water. But we'll check it out when we go by and see. Hello. Doing really good. My knee was kind of complaining a bit when I first started off with the 5.5 liters from Mike's place, and going downhill on it with all that weight, it wasn't liking that. But my packs gradually get a little bit lighter as I drink the water, and it's feeling better. But it was kind of worrying me for a little bit. It's like it was kind of a long stretch to have some knee problems. There's not really any great places to get off if you had, you know, a major issue. But I feel better, thankfully, and I'll make it there. Even if it aches a little bit, it's good. It's fine. I'm starting to see that that's the case with my knee, that it just comes and goes sometimes, and doesn't really get to a point where it's unmanageable. So this trip has been great for showing me that. Here's a turnoff for Tule Spring if you want to go down there, but I don't think it's flowing very well right now, and we wouldn't go there anyway because the water is always kind of unless you really need it. Have 2.4 miles to get to that little canyon before you have a 3-mile climb up to the other side where you're overlooking Anza. So we're going to take a nice long break when we get to the 2.4 mile mark, and then just get ready to finish off that climb. And then after there, it's just typical ups and downs of the PCT, but just nothing that consistent. About 3 o'clock. We're taking our 5th break, fourth or 5th break for the day, but well deserved. We're doing good. We're not the only ones. We've been seeing everyone else taking breaks along the way too, but it's not too hot, so it's not bad in that way. But it's just our legs are a little bit tired today, and we got a little bit of a climb coming up for the end of the day, so we're going to take a break. I'm having Power Crunch bar with peanut butter. Christy, what are you eating?
Protein bar.
Yep, a little bit more water, and then we'll be heading up to the climb and then looking for a camp spot. It's hard to believe we were just way down in that canyon down there not that long ago. It's amazing how fast your legs can climb you up here. This area is just beautiful. It's very breezy. We don't need our umbrellas. We wouldn't be able to use them if we wanted to, but the temperatures are very forgiving and nice right now. So we're just going to focus on getting up this climb, and then we'll be looking for a campsite. So we found this very large sandy area where you could probably put like 20 plus tents in here. And so far, nobody else is here, but Pothole and I are gonna stay here for the night. What mile was this, Pothole?
I don't know. 9 miles to go, so
that's right.
143.
So we're at about mile 143, somewhere around there. We have about 9 miles to go in the morning to get to Paradise Valley Cafe. So we will be getting up nice and early and heading that way. And we're gonna enjoy a nice quiet night here. We definitely earned the relaxation time today. We did over 18 miles and it was a lot of strenuous climbing today with a lot of water. So we did really good. So we are gonna have some dinner, get in our tents and relax. Making our way back to the trail from our campsite last night on this last day of our section hike. Good morning. It is day 13 and Pothole and I are making our way to Paradise Valley Cafe, and we are going to be completing our section hike today. So we're both excited and a little sad to not be continuing on, but this trip was just for a section hike, not to, do a full through hike this year. But stay tuned for my announcement for 2025, where I'll let you know what my hiking plans are for next year. But it's definitely gonna be more than just a section hike. Yeah, I just love having you guys along my journey with me and documenting this little trip for myself as well. And today's not over yet though, so let's see how today unfolds. It's just after 6 o'clock. The sun's just coming up. And it's already about 54 degrees out. So it means it's probably gonna be a pretty warm day today. So I'm glad we came through that section that we did yesterday where it gets really hot. I'm glad we went through yesterday because I think today's gonna be a little tough out there. Here's mile 145, where Mary's place formerly was located. Spent many nights camping there. Sadly, it's permanently closed. But we really are so appreciative of all the years Mary gave to all of us. We're just 2.6 miles from Paradise Valley Cafe. Got some epic views coming up here with the cliffs. And yeah, just I don't know what to think. It's kind of sad that our little journey's coming to an end. And it went by extremely fast. It took us 13 days, 12 days of hiking, 1-0, to go 151.8. 152.8 if you count the 1 mile walk to Paradise Valley Cafe. But our ride fell through for getting back to our vehicles at Warner Springs today. So we're gonna have to get there and, we can eat and discuss and try to figure out how we're gonna get back to our vehicles this afternoon. Here's Paul and I on our last stretch. About a half a mile to Paradise Valley Cafe. But we are officially off the PCT and done with that. And now we're just gonna head to the restaurant and do a little bit of celebrating. We're almost there. We're getting distracted by beautiful flowers. We made it.
My wife, his mom.
All right, so Professor, the trail angel, who gave us a ride back from Paradise Valley Cafe back to the Warner Springs Community Center, just dropped us off not too long ago. I moved over here to the public lot just to kind of get everything organized in my vehicle before I decide where I'm going to go for the night. It was a great last day. Went by quick. It was only 9 miles to get from where we camped last night to Paradise Valley. And we were just in a hurry to just get there and get some food, as most hikers are at that point in the hike. But it was a great trip. We averaged about 14 miles, but we did 9-mile days, and we did 21-mile day and an 18 and 15 and so on and so forth. We definitely had quite the array of challenges and lighter days, harder days, and it was just a great trip. Two weeks was just perfect to get the thru hiker experience this year for 2024. And anyway, I will keep you guys posted about what's going on for my plans for hiking in the future. I hope you enjoyed following along on my journey, and I look forward to seeing you guys for the next one. Take care.